What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Fourth and Wrong podcast. I am one of your hosts, Marshall, along with Colin, Dallas, and Donnie. The 2025 NFL season has come to an end as the Super Bowl Seahawks versus Patriots just happened this past Sunday, as we will cover the entire game and many more on this podcast. Seahawks versus Patriots. Obviously, Patriots had a very good season first year under Mike Vrabel. Second year quarterback Drake May. They make it to the Super Bowl. And then Sam Darnold, a journeyman for a little bit. He started with the Jets and then kind of ventured out. Ends up on the Vikings last year, goes for 14-3. They let him go, and he joins the Seahawks this year. Mike McDonald, second year head coach, and a lot of star talent on that team also gets the Super Bowl, and the Seahawks just dominated. Very, very boring Super Bowl to start. Just a lot of field goals. And then eventually the Patriots really just couldn't move the ball. Seahawks finally got a touchdown. Patriots eventually got a touchdown, but then it was just too late at that point, and the Seahawks just buried the hatchet with a fumble six. And Seahawks are your Super Bowl champions. Kenneth Walker is your Super Bowl MVP.
Yes, sir. MSU legend. MSU legend.
I'll let everyone say what they want about Super Bowl. But
I just got to say one more time, suck it, Donnie. Your favorite player's a bum. Mine's got a ring and a Super Bowl MVP.
I didn't know Matthew Stafford was actually on the Patriots and went head to head with K9 in this game.
Oh, crazy. He did go head to head with K9 2 weeks ago and lost. And that was why he was on the couch this weekend.
First off, 3 weeks ago. I know math is a strong suit for you because you're wearing a fucking Seahawks jersey. Went to MSU like that bum Kenneth Walker. But it was 3 weeks ago.
Was it not the NFC Championship?
And second of all,
was that not 2 weeks prior to this past Sunday?
Had more impactful runs. He had a more impactful run on that 4th and 1. It was 3 weeks ago.
No. We're circling back. It was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks and 2 days.
2 weeks from this past Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, still
2 weeks and 2 days.
He's still wrong.
I'm closer than you are.
Anyway, don't matter. Kenneth Walker didn't even have the most important run in that game. I would argue Matthew Stafford's 4th and 2, where he fucking evades the defender, was the biggest run of the fucking game.
Where'd it get him?
Where'd it get him? Yeah, don't act like K9.
The couch. The couch.
It's all right. It's nice to know that K9's apparently going to run for 4,500 yards next year and 75 touchdowns.
That'd be insane.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Zach Charbonnet retired after seeing how great of a performance Kenneth Walker put up.
Hey, Kenneth Walker, future Kansas City Chief.
Hey.
0 shot.
Yeah, definitely not.
Any team that gives him a big contract in free agency, I will immediately pick to lose most of their games next year. Hopefully he's not lying, because I will fucking...
I was just about to say, I was like, what if they move on from David Montgomery and get Kenneth Walker?
0-17 on the board.
That'd be sick, honestly.
Coming off a Super Bowl MVP, he's going to be wanting a lot of money.
Yeah.
Some team's going to give him like $10 million a year. Going to way over, maybe not that much. Maybe like 8 to 10. They're going to overpay him. It's probably going to be Seattle.
He's a great running back. He's a very good running back.
Wow, we are throwing around the word.
Highest rated running back this season, by the way, Kenneth Walker.
Top 10 easy. Okay. Pushing top 5.
We are smoke. Okay, I understand.
Oh, running back in football? I think he's probably top 10.
I understand.
I don't think he's
10.
He ain't top 5.
I don't
No, he's not top 5. He's probably
like in the 10
6,
to the 8 range.
I was thinking 9 or 10, probably. Yeah. He kind of proved that to all of us. I also wanted to say before I forget.
Dallas, I need you to just go in as you're editing this and just clip that frame of Donnie with his head in his hands like that.
I understand.
That's gonna get a lot of use.
I understand it's the fallout of the Super Bowl, and we like always probably go overboard like everybody that talks.
It's not even the fallout from the Super Bowl. Watch him the whole fucking season. He is good.
Today and yesterday, I've heard the craziest shit about football I've ever heard in my entire life. I cannot believe.
I do not think it is crazy to say that
you guys just argued he's a top 5.
I didn't.
You guys
were
a
Kenneth Walker fan.
You guys said top 10. Well, put you Dallas did the top 5. No, the Lions have 2 running backs.
Don't say you guys. You just said it was Dallas.
I don't even think. I think Dallas was asking
Kenneth
a question.
Walker fans said that he's not top 5. What are you talking about?
I think he was just asking a question.
You said that. We said that he was top 5, and nobody said that.
I was going to say we all said no.
And I said question mark pushing top 5. We don't know.
Let's get him the feature back, getting the bulk of the carries on his own fucking team before we worry about where he ranks in the league. Because
so we
as far as I can tell,
Jameer Gibbs can't be top 10 running back in the league since he splits carries with David.
Look, there's a difference when there's 2 top 10 running backs on one team. I'm sorry, you guys told me Zach Charbonnet sucks dick. So what am I supposed to believe?
He does. In comparison,
then why was he taking so many carries away from fucking K9?
That's how the offense was running.
And this is so funny.
Kenneth Walker runs 50 yards on a single player. Needs a minute to
clearly could not handle it.
I hated K9 the way you guys are talking makes me like, bro needs to get hit by a bus. Like, I cannot fucking stand K9. The way you guys are
That's
sucking his dick,
crazy.
like he is prime Barry Sanders in the fucking prime of his career.
This
That is
season,
not what
Charbonnet
we're
averaged
saying.
this year. Charbonnet averaged 4 yards a carry, while K9 averaged 4.7 yards a carry.
Wow. Then I guess K9 should have got every carry. Why did Zach Charbonnet get any touches?
I honestly understand what you're saying there.
Kind of crazy.
I did want to point out before I forgot, shout out the Seahawks for the team that they built. You have Sam Darnold, the journeyman at quarterback, first year, and he takes him to the Super Bowl. And then this is just funny to think about. Your head coach is a former Michigan defense coordinator. Your starting running back is a Michigan State alum, and then your starting wide receiver is from Ohio State. Just
And you're starting tight end from Michigan. Don't forget AJ Barner, first touchdown, baby.
a lot of Big Ten guys.
I'm not
in
gonna
there.
lie. This is the moment that I learned that AJ Barner went to Michigan.
Hey,
Did not know that.
he cashed me and Marshall out. That's all that matters.
He did.
Zach Charbonnet, Michigan guy.
UCLA. He was at Michigan for a year.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Michigan guy. Thank you.
Okay,
I
are
wouldn't
we saying that Jameer Gibbs is a Georgia Tech guy or
Yeah,
or a
kinda.
Bama guy?
He went-
Jameson Williams,
Foles-
Ohio State legend.
Nick Foles, MSU legend.
Right, I was gonna
Also
say
has
no.
a
That's
Super
literally
Bowl.
the same thing. Then I
Also
do
has a
get to
Super
claim
Bowl
Nick
and
Foles. Thank
Super
you for
Bowl
that.
MVP.
While we're going to cut, shout out Jalen Milroe for getting a Super Bowl ring.
First Alabama quarterback, by the way, to win a
Shout
Super
out
Also-
Quandre Diggs.
Yeah,
7%.
Quandre Diggs, the former Lion Quandre Diggs, doing absolutely nothing and never seeing the field, but he got a Super Bowl ring.
He went from intercepting Sam Darnold's first career pass and housing that bitch for a touchdown to getting carried to a ring by that same quarterback. That's kind of crazy.
Hey, shout
I
out.
don't- I'd love to see it though. Quandre Diggs, special place in Lions history for sure.
Are you guys wrapping up your Lions talk or Patriot Super Bowl talk? Because I'm about to wreck this fucking conversation.
Okay,
Oh,
Is this your
God.
Sam Darnold and Geno Smith conversation?
No, that's another thing. Like, I want to be as respectful as I can to the Seahawks. Like, and Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold played smart all playoffs. He did what he had to do. He protected the ball.
Played smart all year.
No, he literally led the league in turnovers. So shut the fuck up. Secondly,
Well, 6 of those were against the Rams.
oh, okay, I'm sorry. If he had 20 in one game and none in the rest of the games, he still led the league in turnovers. Do the fucking math any way you want it. He led the league in turnovers. Matthew Stafford got fucking burnt at the fucking stake when he did that, but nonetheless. Anyway,
He didn't win a Super Bowl when that happened.
anyway, he literally did that year. Anyway,
I don't remember.
yeah, it was literally his first year on the Rams. He had 41 touchdowns, 16 turnovers, tied with Trevor Lawrence, the league lead in interceptions.
Oh, was that year? Oh.
Yes. Anyway, Sam Darnold did what he had to do. Seattle did what they had to do across the board. I'm gonna sound like a top tier hater.
Yep.
I still, in this moment,
What
do
does he
not
have to do?
respect
What does he have to do? What does he have to do? Genuinely, nothing.
He has to
You
do
can't say
something-
anything.
he has to do something monumental enough to forget
Win a Super Bowl.
5 years of him being ass on the Jets and the Panthers and everything else. You can't.
You have to consider how bad those teams.
So
were.
how are you going to
What
say that
does
about
he-
Sam Darnold? But
He looked bad. That was the
okay,
thing.
okay,
Yes,
but here,
everybody-
how are you going to say that about Sam Darnold? But then you respect Geno Smith. He sucked forever, and then all of a sudden he comes back.
Yes, and we're not talking about people are now talking about Darnold like, is he a top 5 quarterback? That's the shit I've been hearing.
Oh, no.
Geno
We
went
didn't
from
say that.
Geno went from career backup to a solid starter. That's okay. If people were talking about
Yeah,
Geno
he's
as
a
a
back to that
starter,
career. He about to go back to that
Yeah,
career
he's a
backup.
backup now.
if people were saying, "Oh, Geno's top 10 all day," I would have been like, "Okay, let's calm down." Sam Darnold went from backup to now he is a solid starter. I'm willing to say that. I'm not willing to say that Sam Darnold, all of a sudden, just because he was on such a fucking loaded team that wasn't really loaded, they were just solid everywhere. So you can call that loaded if you want to. I kind of view it as loaded. They were just great across the board. He didn't fuck up. He deserves credit for that. They beat the shit out of the 49ers. They beat the Rams at their house, which is a fucking big win. And then he did what he did against the Patriots. Like, I'm not trying to discount it. But at the same time, if, like, there was people saying, other than Matthew Stafford, he's the best quarterback in the NFC. I don't think that's true at all. I think Hurts is still better. I would take Dak. I would take Goff. I would take all these guys over Darnold. People are just, they went from 0 to 100. It's like they
If this is your argument, I'm not arguing against you. I think he's probably the 11th to 14th best QB in football right now.
And there's nobody saying that. Everybody has him lockstep.
Who
top
are you
10,
listening
close to
to?
the top 5.
Yeah.
The fucking
I got-
everybody who's been talking about football.
I do want to say though, circling back to your turnover point, his total turnovers is tied with one other player in the league. Can
It
you
was
guess
Geno
who
Smith.
that?
Geno
It's
Smith.
Geno Smith.
Yeah, I looked it up.
Geno Smith had 17 interceptions to Darnold's 14.
Yeah, and then Darnold had.
But no,
too many
I think
fumbles.
Darnold's probably the 11th to 14th best QB in football. Could he be top 10? I could see an argument for 10, maybe 9, depending on who's there. But I think he's a solid 11 or 12 right now, maybe 13 in my book. Like I think he's better. And you said the NFC quarterbacks. He's obviously not better than Stafford. He's not better than Hurts. He's not better. Who else did you name?
Real quick, before
I
we
said
Goff.
get
Dak.
He's not better than Goff.
real quick,
And
real quick,
Goff
real
hurts.
quick, real quick, real quick. This is a part of what I had planned for later into the podcast. So we can do it right now if we want to do it because it's completely.
I gotta
what we're
get
talking
back.
about.
I gotta get back to my derailing the podcast, but we can do this now.
Okay. So what I had planned was speak when you hear a better quarterback than Sam Darnold. So
I was gonna take a second.
we're gonna remain silent when you hear a quarterback better than Sam Darnold. Speak up. We can have the conversation if we don't agree or if we disagree. But we're gonna start off. Obviously, we're gonna start easy and build our way up. We're gonna go JJ McCarthy.
Hold on. Where's that fucking?
He muted himself.
Okay, like I said, we were starting low, going up.
It took everything I had not to fucking like laugh my ass off just now.
We kind of already heard Donnie's take on this next quarterback, Geno Smith.
I was
Alright,
gonna
Sam-
speak. I'm not gonna ruin this because I know I don't want. We just had the argument. I would have spoken.
All right, Bryce Young.
No way. No
All right.
way, Donnie.
Means Colin already. Darnold's more consistent, so I won't say anything. But it's closer than what people.
I really wanted to talk.
I think it is. I think it is probably closer than most people would think, just given like the connotation of the Panthers.
But I
and the
still,
fact that
I
they've
still
kind of
don't.
sucked their way
I
to the playoffs this
I
year.
still don't think Bryce. I still don't think. Okay. I still don't think Bryce is like a starter, and I would say Sam is definitely a starter now. So that also.
Next up, Kyler Murray.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I am a Kyler Murray hater.
Kyler
wait.
Murray's better.
Oh, sorry, better than Sam Darnold. My bad.
So Colin,
Yes, I'm a Kyler Murray hater.
in Colin's brain, he just thought JJ was better.
Dude,
Geno was better.
literally every single one I've understood, and then I heard Kyler Murray, and then immediately flipped it. I don't know what just happened. Anyway,
quarterback hating
rescinding
has to be
that. Rescinding
better
that.
The hatred for Kyler Murray was so strong he had to speak out against it.
No, that's actually what happened. I think.
Even Dallas was confused. He's like,
My bad.
I love Kyler, but not right now. I won't bring him up.
Jaden Daniels. Okay.
I don't think we've seen enough of Jaden Daniels to really have a.
Colin's
fair
fucked
assessment.
this game completely up.
No, I mean that's a fair.
We had clearly moved on. That was an in-between comment.
Jaden Daniels is good, but like I think he's just gonna.
If he had played a full season again this year, but he fucking dislocated his elbow for half the year.
I think he's just gonna be one of those guys that's hurts 24/7. He's so like small for an NFL guy, where it's hard for me to say like yes.
We'll see. Next up, Jordan Love. The struggle. I can see the struggle. Next up we have Brock Purdy.
Yeah, Brock's better. I would say by not a great margin, but like I would say he's decently better.
Top tier Brock Purdy hater says he's better than Sam Darnold.
Also, you named what 5 quarterbacks? You named literally the 5 guys that I would say Darnold's better than. I don't know how many other names you can say where I would take Darnold over them. If you're just doing the NFC, because I think you're just doing the NFC.
I was just doing quarterbacks I feel that are around the Sam Sam Darnold
In that
range.
same range.
That like me personally, Kyler Murray's not a top 20 quarterback, but people put him in that range. So but
Kyler's one of those guys. It's hard to just like. I think Kyler when he's playing, I think he's like up like 12, 15 range. But the problem is he hasn't played really this year, and the Cardinals were kind of it's just until I see him play good again, I'm not gonna have him up there.
All right. Next up, we have Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Hurts.
Yes, yeah, Hurts is better.
Hurts is better to the best quarterback in the league than he is Sam Darnold.
Next, we have Trevor Lawrence.
Yes. Yeah, I said Trevor's
I think
better.
I think that one's closer.
I was
But-
gonna say I think that's pretty damn close.
I think T-Law, when he's his best, is definitely better, but T-Law is also inconsistent. So it's like that one's a bit iffy.
I got 3 more quarterbacks. We'll go the Caleb Williams.
Yes.
No, absolutely
By
not. Absolutely
I
not.
think Caleb Williams by like a lot.
No. Hell no.
Yes. You're just this is pure is all this. Caleb Williams did more in the playoffs than what Sam Darnold did.
He also plays in a Ben Johnson
I
system.
didn't know he threw three passing touchdowns against the Rams.
Okay. They were playing they were playing in a blizzard. So like I concede the point, I guess. But still, Caleb, what he did against the Packers was what those 2 throws Caleb
The Packers
had, one against
suck.
the Packers, no.
Packers fan here?
No, I think the Packers suck, but Caleb in that comeback did more than what Darnold did all playoffs. Caleb absolutely clears.
Jared Goff.
Yes,
Yes.
by a
Yeah.
long shot.
I was about to say, Colin was pretty quiet there for a second.
I was waiting for them to go.
All right, and then lastly, I got Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
You thought they were in a close category?
Yes.
Yes.
After
I would say
after
that-
the second half
I would say
that
that
Baker had,
Baker-
yes.
Yes. Baker had a bad second half. Baker's also been better the last 3-4 years. I'm absolutely taking Baker.
I
Baker
mean,
at his best.
who's been better the
Baker-
last 2 years?
Baker's at his Baker at his end is better than Darnold at his best. So I'm taking Baker.
Baker didn't make the playoffs at his
Okay, yes, and the team fell apart, and I think Todd Bowles is an idiot. So like we can have that argument, but I still think Baker is much better.
I think he's better. Much. It's close, but
It's close. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I think Baker's
Look
top
at the
10,
last 2 years.
and I don't think that Darnold is. So.
I think Baker's top 10. I think Darnold's right outside the top
Is
10.
Baker top 10 still?
Yes. He's top
I
10.
don't know.
He went from
I don't know.
5, 6, 7 range to 9, 10 range, but yes. Okay.
Shut the fuck up, Marshall.
That's all I got for that. So Donnie, you can continue to derail the show.
I'll do one last thing before I completely fuck this up. So this kind of blew me away. I want you guys to guess in the last 50 years how many quarterbacks have made a Super Bowl, lost it, and then gone on in their career to win a Super Bowl.
Jalen Hurts is 1.
How many guys do you think have done that? It seems
Probably-
pretty simple. Lose
probably-
one, get
probably
back.
Given how this is
2 or
being
3.
set up, I would say
2 or 3.
like 2 or 3 over the course of all 60.
Yeah, it's Jalen Hurts last year, and then John Elway, and that's
Goated.
it. That's the
Yeah.
entire list. That kind of blew me away. That is
Is this
Nah.
leading into the Drake May conversation about whether or not he's going to get the Patriots back there again?
No. I like Drake May, and I'll say one last thing before I really fuck this up. I think he played awful. Like I think if you were to do a pie chart and what was wrong with the offense, I'm doing. I don't fucking even know. I would do like a 5th fucking coach, like coaching and wide receivers would be like my smaller pieces of the pie. Offensive line was a pretty big piece with how bad Will Campbell played, but I would give like half that pie to Drake May.
I was
Yeah.
going
When-
to say.
I can-
I'm glad you mentioned the offensive line because I was worried you weren't going to mention it. I was going to be like, well, we do have to give him
Even-
a little bit of grace because of the
Like, he
offensive
got
line.
into
May missed a
I-
lot. May missed a
I was
lot
going to
of
say
passes.
there were a lot of throws, and then there was that point
Mm-hmm.
that Chris Collinsworth was like trying to defend him. He was like, he's starting to read the defense, and then like 2 plays later, he threw it into triple coverage, and he did not have to.
The thing,
And he's like, I got nothing on that one.
I'm trying not to like kill him because like
Oh, I'm gonna kill him. I got some stats.
I think
kill him.
most quarterbacks wouldn't have gotten into a groove in that game. I think between the offensive line, the first half was either the O-line getting blown up instantly, or when he did have a second, nobody was open. Like genuinely, every wide receiver was plastered. So I was kind of like, okay, like I'm gonna give him a break. Like that's tough because the offensive line was getting their ass beat every single play. Is it Will or Jack Campbell, the one that just got drafted? Their left
Will.
tackle. Will
Will
Campbell.
Campbell. Jack
Campbell's
is
our
the
linebacker.
Lions linebacker.
I didn't think it was Jack Campbell. I was like, that's they don't share the name, do they? No, Will Campbell.
No,
he gave
Will
up
Campbell.
14 pressures in that game. That is the most in a playoff game. I think it was the most pressures all year by one player. he got his ass beat. And I know, like,
I think the
he
left guard had 7 also.
Yeah. And I know, like, he like tore his knee or whatever. So like,
I don't
kudos
want to
to
hear
him.
that
But
shit.
like,
I was gonna
yeah,
say, that sounds like
even
an
if that is
excuse
the
for me.
case, the thing was, if he was just getting overpowered and it's like, okay, it's his knee, like that's one thing. There was one play, and Colin's the only other person to play offensive line, so maybe like Colin would know this. There was one play where literally Dexter Lawrence hadn't engaged yet, and he put his head down just like this. I saw that, and I damn near paused the TV. I was like, that is a cardinal sin of being an offensive
Shout
lineman.
out DeMarcus
not
Lawrence.
you do not reach and try to do that. Literally, Dexter Lawrence didn't even have to touch him. He just went right around.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Same difference. I was just blown the fuck away. I was like, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's
My-
just lost.
My favorite low light from Will Campbell is he got that false start and then just got blown the fuck up. Like he jumped early, had the false start, the head start, and still gets blown up backwards.
You know who that reminds me of?
He played.
There's a certain video that we had.
I could not believe how bad he played. Like I hadn't watched the Patriots in detail.
I think
He looked like one of the worst offensive linemen in football that game.
I think this helps the Drake May MVP case. That's what he was doing with all year.
No,
Not really.
Not
really, because going back, the offensive line was bad. Yes. The wide receivers were struggling to get separation. Yes. But the handful of plays that were there, Drake May just didn't fucking see anything. I remember the one they showed like the I don't know what you call it, like the over the quarterback head view where like you can kind of see
Sky cam.
Yeah,
cam. And like he doesn't even have pressure, and a tight end like slips free, and Drake just isn't even looking. Like he's looking at the pressure in front of him. It's like it was clear once that game got started. Okay, you're only gonna have a few shots to like really have a big play and like really do something. And for him to not hit those plays, like I get he wasn't in rhythm, but like if
Bo Nix getting hurt.
If he would
I
have,
think that if the Bills would have made the Super Bowl, it would have been a good game. It would have been a better game than that game because at least
think Seahawks still win though.
I do think yes. Oh yes, absolutely. I think Seahawks still wins.
Been a good game after we saw because Bo would have got out of there and he had a better offensive line. So like I think that would have. It probably would have been like 24-20. Like
I think the Bills Seahawks would have been a lot better of a game. I think Seahawks still win, and I think Josh Allen probably still with that pressure. Probably, I think he still probably throws 2-3 interceptions. But I do think Josh Allen at least can move around with his legs a lot more and can make some plays happen. And it would have been a closer game than that. But I still think Seahawks would have won.
This is kind of off topic. Is there an AFC team that we think would have won the Super Bowl over the Seahawks
this year? No. I think, like I said, I think the Bills were the only team that could have kept it close.
I think in their current state, no.
That's what I was thinking.
A healthy Broncos team with the way Bo Nix was playing, I think it would have been a game. Like I said, 24-20. I think the Broncos have a fair shot to win. Like I don't think, kind of going back to my Seahawks criticism, I don't think they're like a world beater team. I think they're a team that has no clear weakness outside of if Darnold doesn't fall apart. And they're just like a B+ at everything across the board, which is great. And it's really, really hard to beat a team like that. But like, if you have a Bo Nix go out of his fucking mind or a Josh Allen and the team around him's good enough in that one game, like you can beat one of those teams clearly. It's just, I don't think the Patriots had an advantage anywhere outside of Mike Vrabel, which
Mike got outcoached. He got outcoached.
This is what I'll say. I think that Josh McDaniels I think he looked out of his fucking element, which is crazy when that was his 10th Super Bowl. And I believe his 6th as an offensive coordinator. Like he looked out of his element. I'm not going to shit on Mike Vrabel because that defense did hold up as long as it possibly could have. Like for that to be a game in the third quarter when the offense has fucking like 70 total yards up to that point, I think that is a testament to how good Vrabel is doing in the moment. You can shit on him for the way the offense was going. Like they were not making adjustments. And I don't know how much he like factors into the offense, but like if he has a hand in the offense and he just didn't speak up, that I get. But I think the defense did well. And that's his main thing. So I'm not going to like shit on him. I still think he only coached like a C game. So like, I think the Patriots defense did good enough to win the game.
I'm going to shit on him for not going for 2 on that last touchdown.
Yeah,
they did go for 2.
No, it was
earlier. Yeah, earlier. My bad.
Oh, the first touchdown.
Yeah, because the difference between being down, what would it have been? 12 right? No. No, if they would have missed it, it would have been 12. The difference between being down 12 or 13 after the second touchdown doesn't really matter. But yeah, like Dallas said, if you go for 2 there, then all you need is a touchdown and a field goal opposed to more touchdowns. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. And I really criticize the 4th and 1 on their
The
own
lack
40.
of going for it on 4th down. Yeah.
Yes. I wouldn't have gone for all of them. Like there was a 4th and 3, a 4th and 5, and a 4th and 1. The 4th and 3 and 4th and 5, the way that was going, I wouldn't have gone for them either because they were on like their high 30s, low 40s of their side. So like it's hard because they 6 and 9 nothing at those points. So it's like if you and Seattle a short field like 16-point lead, that felt like a 50-point gap the way the offense was playing. But when it was 4th and 1, and I believe it was 12 nothing at that point, that you have to. Like I know you probably don't want to, but like you just got to at that point. Because after that is really when the game got out of hand. So yeah, that one I criticize him even more than the 2-point.
Before we move on, I want to keep slandering Drake May by giving you guys some stats.
I got 2 more things that are going to derail the pot. So let's stay on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever you want to say.
Drake May, this playoff run was probably the worst playoff run for a quarterback ever.
Yeah.
I don't know about ever, but yeah.
I'll give you some stats. Tied for first in turnovers with 8. The only other players with 8 would be 2015 Carson Palmer and 2006 Peyton Manning. The most fumbles in a playoff run with 8 is most. Second was Terry Bradshaw with 7. And then, of course, most sacked quarterback in a playoff run with 22. Second place is Burrow with 19. We can say the O-line was an issue, but Drake May was sacked on almost 50% of dropbacks. That's not a O-line stat. That's a QB stat.
Well, Drake May was also sacked like at not an historic rate, but he was a very high volume sack guy all year. So like that's not even that different. Like I think it went up in terms of sack percentage, but like he was sacked all year, crazy.
But if you're getting sacked 50% of the time, that's got to be on the quarterback as well as the O-line.
Yeah, I mean it is a offensive line and quarterback sacks are. I was going to say something to what you said. Oh, the one defense of Drake, which I think is valid. I'm not letting him off the hook, but is valid, is in the playoff run, him playing the Chargers, the Texans, the Broncos, and Seattle, all top 5 defenses. And it seems like, I think the Texans defense is probably better in terms of personnel and everything, but it just seemed like it got harder. Like the Chargers were top 5, but they were probably number 5. Like they were very solid, but they weren't great. And then the Texans was maybe the best in the league. The Broncos and Seattle, I mean, all 3 of them really have claims to be the best in the league. So it's like, I try not to shit on them because like the defenses were really, really good. But like, you can't look that bad. And it only makes May look that much worse because he was second MVP. If he was just, he had a really good year and he struggled, that would be one thing. When you were like, him and Stafford were neck and neck to get the biggest award in football, that's when it's like, okay, May just like, what the fuck's going on? Like,
I think it helps. Better. It's a regular season award, so they're only thinking regular season. So I guess that helps Drake May's case for the MVP debacle. But
all right, Donnie, derail the pod.
He's frozen.
Frozen.
Good take.
You know what? I agree.
I do. I agree.
100%. While we're waiting for Donnie, shout out Devon Witherspoon and then the rest of the Seahawks defense because they were from beginning to end lights out.
Mm-hmm.
Like they played amazing. I think honestly, if that interception for a touchdown gets called a fumble, Devon Witherspoon's your Super Bowl MVP.
Probably.
Because he would have had 2 sacks, a pass deflection, a forced fumble, and a tackle for loss.
Yeah.
Like,
or if he would have gotten a pick on one of those.
Question about Super Bowl MVP because obviously they open up like fan voting. How like heavily is that factored into the decision, or is it just like to like drive engagement to the NFL website? Do you think?
That's a
I
good
actually
question.
don't know
That's a good question
because I fully sat there for like 15 minutes just revoting for Kenneth Walker. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, we just got like 20 votes for Kenneth Walker.
Because once I found out you could vote again, I figured it was going to be like a one-time thing. Once I found out that it'll let you vote as many times as you fucking want, I just sat there and I kept voting for Kenneth Walker. What if I'm the reason Kenneth Walker got that MVP?
It actually won the fan vote by 1 vote. Shout out the fan. Colin would go fucking ballistic.
I would.
I'm trying to find like
That was on
normally
my
you
account.
because normally you could find like an order of like who.
It can't
like,
be because like, what if everybody just voted for JSN and bro had like 15 yards? It's like JSN actually won it with doing nothing. That sucks for JSN is that he didn't
Fan
really...
vote is 20% of the vote. The other 80% is 16 media members.
Bro,
Okay.
fucking JSN got wide open on that. It would have been a 90+ yard touchdown, but Sam Darnold just missed it.
Yeah.
Oh man. Also, the elusivity of fucking Sam Darnold in this game was crazy. Bro was
He was moving.
had the pocket awareness of a god. Bro
He was
looked
moving.
amazing in the pocket.
He was
Yeah.
moving for
And
real.
He almost fucked me on that 9-yard run he had for that first down. Thank God there's the miscue on the handoff to -6 yards, so my under hit for his rushing yards.
Yeah, that's huge.
Thank God.
That was a crazy sweat.
And then fucking Drake May, he only had 37 rushing yards. And I saw somebody saying that his shoulder injury was the reason he wasn't rushing as much because he hurt it while running in the last game. So there was kind of like the
Just gotta push through it, bro.
well, they shot his shit up and he said he didn't feel nothing, so no excuses.
Bro felt it in that game.
He did feel it in the game.
Zoom is trying to save us from whatever Donnie.
Yeah, honestly, shout out Zoom.
I don't know what he's got coming at us, but
Yeah, the only other thing I want to say about the Seahawks defense is statistically, they are one of the greatest defenses to win a Super Bowl this century. They only gave up, this is including regular season and postseason, they only gave up 16.9 points per game and 295.3 yards per game. That's compared to the 2015 Denver Broncos with 17.9 points per game and 293.5 yards per game. The Legion of Boom in 2013 with 14.3 points per game, 284.3 yards per game. The 2008 Steelers giving up 15 points per game and 246.8 yards a game. The 2002 Tampa Bay Buccaneers with 12.3 points per game and 255.4 yards per game. And then arguably the greatest defense this century, the 2000 Ravens, only giving up 9.4 points and 240 yards per game.
You guys ready for me to be a douche?
sure.
Sure.
I've overhyped it definitely at this point. Anyway, no. Two things that I've taken away from the Super Bowl. Actually, before we even get to that, K9 shouldn't have been the MVP. It should have been either Jason Myers or one of the defensive players. Can we all agree on that at least?
We can.
Thank you.
Maybe.
If that touchdown had stood, it
that
absolutely
touchdown-
would have
oh,
been.
yeah.
Yes, if the touchdown stood, not only because it obviously would have been a touchdown and like that obviously helps, but then he would have went from, what did he finish the game?
He would have
Finished
finished
the game
with
with, like,
almost 200.
140?
Maybe he would have even broken 200.
Did he finish the game with 140?
I don't know.
I know it was around there.
137.
137. So if he would have had that touchdown, he also would have beat Terrell Davis' Super Bowl record of like 170 something in there. So it would have not only given him the record and a touchdown and put the game away. So yes, if he would have scored, absolutely, definitely. But I think Jason Myers scoring that many points was huge.
I mean, he single-handedly
And then Devon
outscored the Patriots. So
Yes. And not only that, but Devon, like, I know the defense was great all over, so it's hard to give it to one person. Devon Witherspoon, if he wouldn't have when he hit Drake May and May popped the ball up and it ended up getting intercepted by, I can't even remember who it was, and he took it back for the pick six. If the ball would have hit the ground, I think Devon Witherspoon wins the MVP of the game running away. Because then it goes from a QB hit or QB pressure to a forced fumble that ices the game, even if he doesn't return it. You know what I mean? It's just, when you looked at the stats, no, like one defender stood out, so they all stole votes from each other, and it goes to K9. That's not what the point was. Okay. So I think we all said on here, or most of us, I know me and Marshall did, that the Super Bowl wasn't the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was the NFC Championship game. Because we thought whoever came out of the AFC was not going to be as good as whoever came out of the NFC. I don't even think the NFC Championship was the Super Bowl. I think the Super Bowl was decided on fucking December 18th when the NFL fucking in a commercial break overturns that 2-point conversion because the Seahawks go on to win that game. And that's the only reason they had home field advantage in the playoffs over the Rams. And that game was so close where if that game's in SoFi, there's no doubt in my mind that the Rams win that game. I think that was such a huge swing. And I think that legit affected because you can't like the Patriots had a bad day on Sunday. If I'm Mike Vrabel, I'm thinking God that wasn't the Rams because instead of being 26 to fucking 13, that game might have been 60-0 at halftime. Like the Rams would have blew them the fuck out of the water. So it's just fucking aggravating. And I know a lot happened and the Rams could have won that conference championship game. And I'm being a little cheeky with this, but like that 2-point conversion fucked up like everything. Like it kind of like helped. It was such a huge factor in legitimately who won the Super Bowl, at least in my mind.
Okay, I don't.
Here's
think
the
that's
thing,
wild. I don't think
though.
that's that wild.
Sounds like sour grapes to me, but
Here's the thing, though, is that they got the call right. That was the right
This is
call.
the thing, though. I don't think they did.
I am watching
Name
the replay right now.
Colin?
That is a
Colin?
backwards pass that then
Colin?
bounces off of a
Listen.
Rams player's helmet
Colin.
into the end zone. It is
Listen.
recovered in the end zone.
Listen
2-point
to me.
conversion is good.
This is going to sound stupid, but I think you guys are going to agree with me. It was the right call, but it was not the right call. Do you guys remember?
I agree with one of them.
Listen, when I remember, this is the first play I can think of is why it's getting brought up. Do you guys remember when Tyreek Hill was on the Chiefs? There was a deep ball thrown by Mahomes, and Tyreek didn't come down with it initially. It kind of bounced off him and the defender. It never hit the ground, but Tyreek caught it. But Tyreek didn't know it was a catch, and it never got challenged because it looked like it was incomplete. But Tyreek, he legitimately had a touchdown. Just nobody knew it.
Yes.
They showed it on the camera, and they were like, "Oh my God, that's actually a catch!" But it didn't get flagged. Nothing happened. Okay.
Yes.
Even though that was a lateral, the whistle was blown. They went to fucking commercial. If they wouldn't have done a TV timeout, that play would not have gotten overturned. The fact that it was, okay, we went to commercial. There was a 5-minute break in action. It gave whoever enough time to look at it. Actually, in retrospect, we're going to give it to them. Even though the Rams had quit playing, the Seahawks had quit playing, and I'm not going to shit on whoever.
I did just watch it back with sound. You are right. The whistle was blown before he did recover the ball in the end zone.
It's smart from Seattle to pick the ball up. That's always what you're taught in football. You pick the ball up. Never let it sit on the ground. Never let it be a chance. So, like, I respect that aspect. But imagine, again, if they would have just went straight to the kickoff, that wouldn't have happened. Or if that was the 2-point conversion to end that game instead of the one that Seattle converted to walk it off in overtime, imagine if they were just flipped. In Seattle, the Rams would have been on the field doing interviews. Matthew Stafford would have been getting the game ball and, like, talking to fucking Melissa Andrews or whoever the fuck it is. And the PA comes over, actually, under review, Seattle actually recovered in the end zone. Seattle wins. The entire internet would have blown the fuck up.
All I know is that sounds like some Lions football shit right there.
That does sound like some Lions football shit.
You just put
So
that in
it is fitting
existence.
that it happens
That's
maybe
happening
that's
to
the
Detroit.
thing. Maybe it really wasn't the Lions'
That
bad
was a
luck
piece
that whole
of-
time. Maybe it was Matthew Stafford's bad luck
That was
whole time.
that was the last. That
The
was
refs just
a
hate
little
Matthew
bit of,
Stafford, not Detroit.
that was a little bit of Detroit juju rubbing off on Matthew Stafford in that moment. That is fair.
Juju Smith.
And
He probably had Vietnam flashbacks in that moment, not gonna lie.
that went better than what I
Head second
thought.
runoff.
That went better than what I thought it was going to. Now here's the one that might really piss you guys off. I didn't think about this until today, to be fair. So this was not one of my first thoughts. But I was sitting at work, listening to my podcast, and I got irrationally fucking angry with it was during the Sam Darnold talk, like Sam Darnold being fringe top 5 quarterback, all this bullshit. One of the main takeaways from the Super Bowl is for me is I am fucking livid to my core at Brad Holmes. There is zero reason the Lions should not be in the situation Seattle's in right now.
Oh,
Golf
100%.
is-
next year.
Goff is better than Sam Darnold, legitimately. Like outright, like we can argue about it. I think a lot of people would say Goff is more talented than Sam Darnold. The fact that 2-3 years ago, when Seattle was drafting Devon Witherspoon and nailing all these draft picks from 22 until now, they built up the entire team, and then they just added Sam Darnold. If Brad would have fucking concentrated on actually fixing the defense and paying attention to what needed paying attention to, instead of worrying about, it's going to piss you off, instead of re-signing J-Mo, and instead of doing these fucking little things, if he would have focused on building up the D-line and fortifying the defense, I would rather J-Mo not be here and us have an extra 1 or 2 defensive linemen that make the defense more balanced, because we just watched. You don't need 18 offensive weapons to win the Super Bowl. You need one great one, and you need consistent guys around him. We have that. We have an abundance of offensive talent. We've put too much stock in the offense, not enough the defense. And it's just bullshit. It feels like a lost opportunity. The Lions should be Seattle right now. We should be a team holding up a fucking trophy, not Seattle.
I don't have any comment on that.
I will say that I think that the Lions would have found themselves in a position holding up the Lombardi Trophy instead of Seattle last year if it hadn't been for the worst injury luck in the history of the NFL. They could have fielded an entire roster with their IR. And I think the fact that they even won 15 games last year was a miracle. So I do think that if the Lions had stayed healthy, or at least mostly healthy last year, they probably find themselves in a very similar spot.
But my argument to that would be, okay, Seattle, it's not like Seattle has like one A-plus defender and just average guys around. Seattle's the one defense in the league, along with probably the Texans, that like they could have a starter or two on defense go down for sure. And the defense it may not be great anymore, but it's still going to be above average.
Right.
And they have
The fact that we
15
lost
starters go down.
Yes.
Yes.
I think
Okay.
What?
I think Seattle, if that happened to Seattle, their defense wouldn't go from one of the best to one of the worst. I think it would go from one of the best to
I think
average.
anybody losing a full defense worth of players plus like a couple extra reserves is not going to be nearly as good as they were.
I just think other teams like the Broncos and the Texans have put so much into their defense where like even their backups would start on a lot of other teams. I think our starters wouldn't start on a lot of other teams, is my point.
What starter wouldn't start another team of ours?
I mean, you
Say
guys
a
shit
dumb
on
name,
Alex.
please.
I think Alex this year wouldn't have started. I think fucking who did we have start alongside Aline for most of the year? DJ Reader or Williams probably wouldn't be a for sure starter on any other team. I like Alquid Muhammad. He's probably not a starter on.
Okay, but there are you could say that for every team. There are Seahawks players that would not start on any other that would not start on
every
most
Seattle
teams.
defender, every Seattle.
Name the entire Seattle defense.
Are we fucking dead ass right now?
Just go ahead. If they are a starter on every single team,
starter level talent.
I'm not
going to
be
nameable.
My point is, that
no. I want you to name all their players because if they're
Marshall, there's like 80
team,
fucking hyphen names on that defense. I'm not even trying. I am not racking my brain, but my point still stands.
You don't have to rack your brain if
their defense was solid across the board, and when your defense isn't built on only 2 or 3 guys being all stars, you can afford more injuries.
They didn't get any injuries though.
even if this year, if Hutch would have went down, our D-line would have been fucking complete ass again. And it kind of was with him. But my point still stands of you can't just have 1 or 2 great defensive players. You have to build an entire core.
You think Derek Hall would have been a starter on any other team?
How much of that is the players versus Mike McDonald? Because I think Mike McDonald is the main reason those players are playing to those levels.
I mean, I can meet in the middle. I think Mike McDonald's a good defensive mind. But I think that defense doesn't really have a weakness. I think they have a B to a B plus from the D line to the safeties to the line. Like I think they're just a solid defense across the board. So it's like a bunch of.
I don't know how you can say that one of the best defenses consistently all year is just solid across the board.
Well, this is what I was about to say. I think they're all above average defenders across the board, paired with a great scheme, makes them the defense that they were. You know what I'm saying? Like I think, like there's like defenses that are captained by Myles Garrett or Von Miller, where it's like, you know what? They could just fucking play cover 2 shell and they're going to beat the fuck out of everybody just because the personnel is so good. I think the personnel for the Seahawks was solid, not a weakness, nobody you can like target, and then mixed with what Mike McDaniel likes to do, it just made them so much better. I feel like that's fair.
If they probably had 10 plus players go on IR, they would have been in the same situation. They would have gotten blown out by the Rams in the playoffs, and they would have not made the Super Bowl. It would have been the same situation. The fact that the Lions even went 15-2 and made the first seed with half of our defense on IR is still impressive enough.
That's fine. I'll even concede last year. Okay, what's the excuse for this year?
There
This
isn't an
year-
excuse for this year.
No,
I'm
there
not
wasn't
happy
an
with how this
excuse for
season
this
went.
year.
Either
Yeah,
way,
this-
I'm not saying just last year. I'm saying from fucking the year we lost to San Francisco in the NFC title game to this very moment, we should there's no reason we shouldn't be built like Seattle.
I think every
Brandon's
position we
phone-
have on defense except corner, they'd be a starter on 20 plus teams for sure.
I think out of 11 position groups, 11 defensive position groups, I think Seattle is better in fucking 7 of them than what the Lions are.
I think they are better at corner.
I think they're better at
and
corner. I think they're better probably every linebacker spot.
Okay,
corners-
what are we saying? That's crazy, but all right.
The defensive line, if you take the defensive line as a group, their defensive line's better. We have the best single guy in Aiden, but their group is just better than our 4.
I don't even know if that's the case.
I mean, how isn't it?
And I think our safeties are
The
better.
D-line fucking won them the Super Bowl. Like, the D-line is what won them that game.
No, Will Campbell won them the Super Bowl. I
It's
think
just,
I think our safeties are better than their safeties. Their corners are better. I think our linebackers are better, and I think our D line's better. But I think what Dallas said helps a lot. Mike McDonald, even though I hate Michigan, is a absolute beast, and I think him coming in is definitely helped out a lot. Plus, I think I will agree with this, that their biggest weakness isn't that big. Our biggest weakness, which is our corners, is pretty big. Like, it's a big, big weakness on our team. Where their biggest weakness, I would say probably I don't even know. That's the thing. I think you're right. They're solid all around, which I think we have amazing positions all around. And then you get to corners, and it's like, dude, we don't have anything. Like, we don't have a lot to go off
but the
there.
Lions didn't go. But the Lions didn't go 8-9 just because we don't have a good corners. The Lions went 8-9 for
First off,
fucking defense.
we went 9-8. Put some respect on our name.
Man.
Oh wow, sorry.
And I agree, but again, it was the same thing with injuries. I mean, 2 of our safeties went down for the year, and then the D line didn't perform as it probably should have.
I guess my main point here is,
which, speaking on our
I'm not-
safeties, I know I told Dallas this, but this is it's horrible to hear. But it sounds like there is a chance that Kirby Joseph may never play football again.
Yeah.
is what the doctor said, which is just honestly terrible. Like, not terrible in the fact, like, dude, I feel bad for Kirby. Like, that is a really, and I want to have a word with our strength and conditioning coaches that did not find this injury until it's like, oh damn, your knee hurts. Oh, let me check it out. And then they finally were like, hey, you should probably go get it checked out.
hard. I read up on it a little bit, and I'm no fucking expert. From what I gathered from reading, is I don't know if it's what he hurt or if he's having trouble, like his body's having trouble.
It's his body.
There's some type of, I believe it was like some kind of
cartilage or something.
It was some type of cartilage or
cartilage, particular cartilage
that's in your bones that helps your bones have like a smooth surface, so like your joints and stuff can like move on them and shit like that. Like I said, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but from what I read, and his body isn't producing that, which is giving him all the pain and making it so he can't fucking play. So like what you said, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, does that get better? Like,
yeah, the doctor said that it would be a huge. It'd be Kirby's Super Bowl if he were to make it back on the field, is how he put it. Which, who knows? He's getting another advice. Some doctors are dipshits, so he's getting another advice, and he's also having surgery.
I think either way, I think even if he plays again, the issue is he's 24, 25. This basically, even if he comes back, okay, his career went from another 6-7 years to 2. You know what I mean? Like, it just fucking kind of fucked his entire career. Like, he'll be lucky if he comes back and he can finish his contract with us.
It'll be interesting to see, which I hate, because I think he's one of the better safeties in football. But yeah, that's just tough luck. I don't even know what to say.
I guess my main point in what I was saying is, although the Lions have so many but star players at different positions on offense and defense, Seattle being above average at everything across the board is how you should build a team if you don't have a Mahomes or one of those guys at quarterback. And I think we need to realize Goff is that. Whether, I know some people love him, but he's more 5 through 8 range quarterback than he ever will be top 3. So we need to build the roster like Seattle just built the roster for Sam Darnold. You have to, we can't just have highs and then kind of have supplemental players in other positions. I'm willing to give up super high star guys to get the entire team more balanced, because that's what we need. That's literally how Seattle just won a fucking ring. And
Brad, you heard him.
It's just
Give up Tom Kennedy.
It
It's
also helps if in the same draft, in the same first round, you get both Devon Witherspoon and Jackson Smith and Jigba.
I mean, yeah, but the Lions have drafted great too. It's
I was
just
about to say I don't think that matters because then didn't that same draft didn't we get Jahmyr Gibbs and Jack Campbell?
Brad is a great drafter in most like he's a top 5 drafter in the league.
I would rather have Gibbs and Jack Campbell than JSN and Devon Witherspoon. I'm gonna be honest.
The problem is
the value of a corner versus a
Yeah, but
linebacker.
first off, we didn't need JSN. That's the one thing. And then second off is yes.
I would rather have JSN over JMO.
I would rather
Oh
have
well, yeah, I'd rather have JSN over JMO, but you can't have JSN and Amon-Ra. Like I think JSN I think is a top receiver in the league, but Amon-Ra's right behind him. I'm perfectly fine with Amon-Ra over JMO. And then so it's like, okay, so basically you take JSN out of the conversation. So it's like, would you rather have Devon Witherspoon instead of Jack Campbell and Jahmyr Gibbs? It's like, I mean, yeah, Devon Witherspoon has played good, but Jack Campbell is amazing, and Jahmyr Gibbs is amazing. So
I don't want to keep harping on it because I know you guys aren't going to agree, but this is along the lines of why I hated the JMO deal so much. Like you could instead of having JMO, you could have had DeMarcus Lawrence and another defensive starter for the money that you're paying JMO.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm okay with keeping Alquid and Muhammad. I think he's solid.
I do like Muhammad, but imagine if Muhammad wasn't a full-time starter and he got to be in a rotation. Like that's
he wasn't a full-time starter. He was in rotation with fucking Marcus Davenport, who needs to go.
Yes,
he only played 55% of snaps this year, and he recorded 11.5 sacks. That's wild.
And I think he's very solid.
I think he should absolutely be there next year, and I think they need to find another guy, not Marcus Davenport, that can rotate with him. I just don't think it needs to be a big name. I don't even think it needs to be that creative. You could draft somebody and rotate him with him.
It needs to be somebody that defenses have to pay attention to other than Hutch. Like Hutch was dog shit down the stretch because he was getting double and triple teamed every fucking
Didn't
play.
Baker Mayfield play defensive end? I wonder if he's available.
I hope Brad watches the Super Bowl and he fucking wakes up a little bit because it sucks. It just sucked.
All right, Dallas. We'll listen to the last trivia of this football season, and then we'll have some crazy trivia this summer, I imagine.
Oh, yeah. Real quick before I get into trivia, I just saw that the last member of the St. Louis Rams, so a player that was on the St. Louis Rams, has retired. So there's no
Rob
asterisk for a second because isn't Hacker still playing? He's just not on the Rams anymore. I think it's technically the last member of the Rams that was a St. Louis Ram has now left the team.
Yep.
So none of the St. Louis Rams are left on the Rams roster.
Guys,
No, just on a team. On
Donnie.
a roster.
Hacker's not
I cannot believe
roster.
He put on a jersey of some sort.
I cannot believe. I was so thinking about those things I wanted to talk about. We glossed over something fucking huge that needs to be talked about.
No, we didn't. I can already tell.
Matthew Stafford won an MVP.
Oh, we did forget about that.
Yeah, but he didn't win a ring, so who cares?
Matt, hold on. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, I think we all kind of knew he was going to win.
Cool, he's top 15 all time. Good
I
for
can't
him.
believe it was as close as it was, quite honestly.
Yes.
I think what we need to talk about instead of that is the guy who voted for Justin Herbert.
Who wasn't on the ballot?
Me and Marshall were talking about like the Herbert and the vote being so close. Obviously, the vote shouldn't have been that close. I think everybody who watched the fucking Super Bowl understood the vote shouldn't have been that close. And that's in retrospect, but still. Like I told Marshall, it sucks that it was that close, and I would have.
Oh, that's crazy.
He would have what? Wi-Fi crashed again.
Yep, that's tough. Guess we're moving on.
Bro didn't even get his Matthew Stafford limit. He's back. He's back.
Oh, there we go. He's back.
I heard you guys the whole time. Shut the fuck up. No.
Oh, and there it goes again. All right, moving on.
And I would have been pissed if you would have got. I'm literally moving.
Oh, now you're good.
Oh, he's frozen again.
All right, you're frozen again.
This is so tough. All right, we're moving on.
The NFL did not want to give him a Matt Stafford moment.
No, the audio is fine. The audio is fine. Shut the fuck up.
It is now.
Am I good now?
Yes,
Okay,
you're good.
try
You're
turning
good.
your camera off if you need to.
You're good. No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
I'm getting through this. No, I'm getting through this.
Are you?
I don't give a fuck that the vote was that close.
Okay.
I'm mad. I'm mad that the vote was that close. But like I told Marshall, it doesn't really matter because 10 years from now, nobody's going to look back and say, well, he only won it by half of it. Like, it doesn't matter. He's an MVP for forever.
Hope he froze again.
It froze on the audio. It's crazy.
That's tough. The NFL is trying to silence this man.
Oh my
We heard that. We heard that. All right, you're good.
All right. Spit out whatever the last 2 sentences of what you need to say are. So
It doesn't matter that the vote was that close is the good thing because in 10 years, nobody's going to give a fuck that he won by less than a full place vote.
He's right. He's right about that.
That's the good thing. I'm pissed at how close it was. I'm pissed at how close it was, but I'm just glad they got it right. The first place, the guy who
should have been drinking.
fucking won MVP was the right guy. That's all.
It should
Whoever voted for Herbert needs fucking gunned down in the streets. What the fuck are we doing?
I wonder if he hadn't, whether he would have voted for.
I think he said he was going to go Stafford second, please.
He was going to go Stafford second.
Mm-hmm.
Which means he kind of helped him win MVP, but either way.
Yeah.
No, the fucking
I think it should have been co-MVP.
Herbert, man, that's so irrational. I was like, I don't even care because it was so irrational. I don't even care that Herbert got a vote. The 2 people who voted for Josh Allen need their fucking heads examined because he gets this every fucking year he doesn't win MVP. One year he had 25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, like 3 years ago when Mahomes won it, and he still got 2 or 3 votes. The people who just keep voting for Josh Allen needs their vote taken away. That shit is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, he's that guy.
I like Josh Allen, but Jesus fucking Christ, like, quit voting for the dude. He clearly wasn't the MVP.
All right. Moving on to trivia.
Had to let that out, huh?
Fucking Matthew Stafford won MVP. Everybody who's ever shat on Matthew Stafford, look in the mirror and go fuck yourself. Fuck you. All 3 of you have doubted him at some point. Eat a dick. Fucking
Mickey Mouse MVP.
What do you do for us? That's all I want to know. What do you win for
Mickey
us?
Mouse MVP. There's an asterisk on this one.
Yeah.
The fact that he can't even rebuttal because he's frozen is crazy.
He's just accepting it. That's what it looks like.
I know. I was gonna say it looked like he was just like full like Stone Cold acceptance. That was the greatest freeze frame of all time.
All right, he's back.
For like the 8th time, trivia.
The worst part is you guys are moving to me, so I can't tell.
We should just gaslight him one of these times into thinking he's frozen, but he's actually
Shut
fine.
the fuck up. That's what I keep thinking you're doing. That's what I keep thinking is happening.
Oh,
I swear to God, you've been frozen this whole time. I promise.
Yeah, you were frozen for a lot of that combo.
Good fuck.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, trivia.
The last trivia of the NFL season, we have to shout out MSU legend Kenneth Walker
Yes.
the
Do we
third.
really? Yes, we
for winning
do.
Super Bowl MVP, something Matthew Stafford never did.
Most
Never will.
undeserving MVP in Super Bowl history.
Still an MVP. Suck it.
So
I mean, Matthew
Kenneth-
Stafford literally led a game-winning comeback, but that's fine. He didn't get MVP. He deserved that MVP. Shut up.
MVP.
That's how you know you're wrong. You can't speak straight. So Kenneth Walker finished the game with 135 rushing yards to win Super Bowl MVP, which is 6th most in Super Bowl history within a game. You guys are going to tell me the top 5 best rushing performances in Super Bowl history.
Pass.
Okay, Colin.
Okay, Colin.
This is all you. I do not know people's stat lines from the Super
Come
Bowl.
on, man.
Okay. I guess now I don't even get a second to think. Colin, pass in half a second.
I'm going to contribute
Fuck.
nothing, and rather than embarrass myself by throwing out stupid ass answers, I'm not even going to try.
I don't know. I'll just throw one out. Marshawn Lynch.
No Marshawn Lynch.
Okay.
Most rushing yards in a Super Bowl.
I cannot believe that I said the guy who's in first place earlier in the podcast. I can't believe.
Do you think I was listening to you?
Also, the stat was everywhere. As a K9 dick sucker, I thought you would have seen the stat and like fucking lost your mind. Terrell Davis has the NFL record.
Well,
Or
you're
Super
right.
Bowl.
You're right, Donnie, that he is top 5. He is number 5 with 157 rushing yards.
What did you say the stat most rushing yards in the Super Bowl?
Yes, he is number 5.
Okay.
Man, that whole like, damn, I said it, guys. Obviously, uh, I honestly could not tell you. Emmett Smith.
No Emmitt Smith.
John Riggins.
John Riggins is number 3 with 166 rushing yards. That is Super Bowl 17.
What about Franco Harris?
Franco Harris, number 4 with 158 rushing yards. Super Bowl 14.
This better be not no Billy Cannon bullshit.
No Billy Cannon.
Marcus Allen.
Marcus Allen, number 2 with 191 rushing yards for the Raiders in Super Bowl, was that 18?
Larry
Number-
Zonka.
No Larry Zonka. That's kind of a crazy name I was not expecting.
He I swear he got like 120 to 140 rushing yards in this.
He could have. It just was not the name I was expecting, to be honest.
I was pretty confident about that one. Maybe not to be number 1, I guess, but
3 for 3 so far. I want to just not guess wrong. That's
well, you have to go. So
okay. Well, calm the fuck down there, buddy. Fuck. I have a name, but I don't think he had just enough rushing yards.
This is crazy.
to make count, already looked it up.
Yep.
I did. I'm not competing.
He's not gonna be on here. Let me get Marshall Faulk.
No Marshall Faulk.
What about Crazy Pull? But what about Ray Rice?
Okay, that was a crazy pull.
I mean, hey, they had a lot of points in that Super
You said
Bowl.
he was 6th on this list?
I just looked. Yeah, so
I'm seeing he's 8th. He's tied for 8th.
I was just gonna say Larry Zonka has 10 more rushing yards than him. I just looked that up.
See, that wasn't even that crazy.
Larry
What the fuck
Zonka
is going on?
6th.
I literally what I pulled up said he was 6th.
There's a lot of controversy around this because what I saw said Terrell Davis was number 1. So we are fucking like
Terrell Davis is not number 1. Terrell Davis is in fact number 5.
what in the fuck is going on with this stat?
So I think the top 5 is still correct. I think after that is incorrect.
Yeah, it's just someone mistakenly put 6 instead of 8. I think
Because they might have just put running backs. And
maybe
like Zonka could be like a full, like they classified him as a fullback, so I might have.
I mean, he's
something up.
listed as a running back on Pro Football Reference.
I know, and John Riggins is also. I don't know.
Riggins, I believe, was a 4.
The top 5 is correct. I do know that.
Yeah, top 5 is.
I don't
think
know.
they're going to get this, quite honestly.
I'm all out of guesses, honestly. So
Is it Nate? How much do we have? 2 left, right? Or is it just 1?
There's one left. The number 1.
Is it a name we would know?
I don't know.
I don't
Okay,
think so,
that's not a
personally.
fucking-
One of the biggest blowouts in Super Bowl history.
Not Roger Craig, is it?
Nope.
This guy played 22 career games.
Okay.
That's crazy.
And one of them set the record for the most rushing yards in the Super Bowl. That's fucking nuts, bro.
Put this guy in the Hall of Fame. How did he make the
This
Super Bowl?
guy might be a new 4th and wrong legend, honestly.
Did not win Super Bowl MVP, by the way.
What?
I think that might actually put a damper on whether or not Kenneth Walker actually deserved a Super Bowl MVP if this guy didn't get it.
Well, with the QB performance, I understand.
This has to be the Niners.
Nope.
It's
When
not the
Steve Young-
Niners.
I was thinking when Steve Young threw like the 5 or 6 touchdowns. That's why everything you said made sense.
Nope.
What in the fuck is it?
Poor guy.
Is it pre? Is it pre or post 2000?
Pre.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Pre.
Pretty. Not pretty, but I'll even give you the Super Bowl. Fuck it. Super Bowl 22.
Who played in that Super Bowl?
Oh, okay. Hold on. I think
I don't know the
figure this
fucking
out.
numbers. Are we serious?
I'll see if I can
I'm
figure
sorry.
this out.
Super Bowl XXI. I.
I don't know the numerals either. Give me the fucking team of the year. Jesus Christ.
That was
It was
if that was
Washington versus Denver.
oh god, I was gonna figure it out. Colin, fuck you.
1988.
Washington, Denver?
Yeah,
Oh
man.
yeah, the score was like 49-3 or like
42-10.
yeah, and I think I know who it was.
This was in like
Then
80.
say it. Say it,
This was-
Marshall.
Oh, I was gonna.
I'm pretty sure
I honestly don't know his last name, but I'm pretty sure his first name is Timmy. I think it's Timmy. Timmy. I've seen his name before.
You're
I
right
don't-
there, Marshall.
It's Timmy something. Timmy Johnson. Timmy.
Another basic last name.
Timmy Smith?
Timmy Smith.
Timmy
Timmy
Smith.
Smith.
Timmy Smith, 204 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Did not win Super Bowl MVP because Doug Williams had 340 and
Shout
4
out Doug
touchdowns.
Williams.
Yeah. I know.
One of his touchdowns from one of Doug Williams' passing touchdowns was 80 yards. The other was 50.
Damn.
Or
Wow.
Timmy Smith. Should have been a co-NFL MVP or Super Bowl MVP.
No, because that game was probably over at like halftime and they were just trying to run the clock out.
That's very
Yeah, it
fair.
was 35-10 at half, and then they
Yeah,
scored another. They added another touchdown in the fourth quarter to make it 42-10.
Bro, they were just trying to go home. They didn't give a fuck. They were just trying to hand that shit off and get out of there. He might
The
have been
fact
a
that
bad
Denver
spot.
was up 7-0 and then losing 42-10 is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was definitely thinking Chargers 49ers Super Bowl when you said huge blowout. Because I think that was the biggest blowout. And maybe Broncos.
No way.
I know they lost. I know they won like 56-14 or something.
The Broncos were up 10-0 and the Redskins scored 42 unanswered. Oh my god. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was
Imagine being a-
10-0. It was 10-0 at the end of the first.
35
They went into the so they scored
35 in the
42
second
unanswered
quarter.
in 3 quarters.
35
They scored 35
points
in the second quarter.
That's
35
what I'm
in the
saying. Yeah,
second.
they scored everything because you just said the 7 in the 4th. That means imagine you're
They
Broncos.
scored 35 unanswered in the second quarter. That game was
Wow.
over halfway through.
Imagine-
oh my god.
Imagine being a Bronco dude. Imagine us as Lions fans if that happened. 10-0 in the Super Bowl. We are riding as high as we can get.
That is exactly
get
what would happen to the Lions, though.
Then you
That's
get-
the thing.
Then you get 35 dropped on your head. Game over. Bro, fuck the halftime show. I'm driving into a tree. Like, what the
This
fuck?
Yeah,
This has to be the greatest Super Bowl ever up until this point.
I don't know.
Because 42 unanswered points. This game also had the most passing yards in a Super Bowl ever and the most rushing yards in a Super Bowl ever up until this point.
Up to that point, yeah.
maybe a great Super Bowl if you're not a Denver fan.
That
Gosh,
game
look
has, that game
at the
has
suicide rates after that game. It's got to be a little bit of a jump.
that game has the most passing yards of all time. Like to this day.
No, up to that point.
I was gonna say I was like in 1989, 1990, they outthrew Nick Foles and Brady. That game they combined for like almost 900 yards. So if they did that shit
Yeah.
in the 90s,
By the way, that
Good
season
God.
he was a fullback.
Oh,
yeah, bro, they were just
He
trying to
wasn't
get
even
that
a real
shit.
running back. He was a fullback.
They went to
Doug-
the wing tee. They were just running fullback trap the rest of the game.
What does
Doug-
halftime look like for the Broncos? Well, first quarter went great, boys, but what the fuck were we doing in the second quarter?
hey, we might as well just leave right now.
Gosh, just start packing your bags now.
What do you even say as a coach? Like in that moment?
35 in the second quarter.
They had to have scored on every possession.
I'm
Like,
looking at his
good.
fantasy rankings from
They did the
Three-year
Redskins
career,
didn't
by
even
the
have
way.
the ball
Three-year
to start
career.
the second quarter. So it wasn't like they were on the goal line and it was like they scored right as the second quarter started. No, the Broncos had the ball.
Was there like a punt return or anything, or was it really just Doug Williams going the fuck off?
Let's see. Doug Williams
35
touchdown.
35 nothing in one quarter shouldn't
Doug
happen
Williams
unless there's like a
touchdown.
lot of miscues.
Timmy Smith 58-yard rush. Doug Williams passing touchdown. Clint
Doug Williams passing touchdown.
Clint Diddler? What? There's no L. What is
Didier.
this man's last name?
Didier.
Shout out
Didier.
Clint
They're all
Diller.
Portland State.
Clint or Clint Diddler?
Clint.
Clint Diddler. If you're watching, big fans. Show
Oh
us what
my-
you're made of.
Drafted in the 12th round of the 1981 NFL draft.
Who was that? Timmy Smith?
No, Clint.
Clint Diddler.
Clint Diddler is the greatest name for a football player ever.
Can I get his rookie card?
That's better than fucking Dick Trickle on NASCAR. That is
It just blows my mind. This guy played a total of 22 games over his 3-year NFL career, and one of them was a Super Bowl in which he set the record for rushing yards.
I know
Also,
that. I know
don't
this
know
might
what
be
it was in the
wild, but we
90s,
want to talk
but,
about
like,
crazy names.
playoff.
There's a college guy who's a freshman in college, and his literal government name is Gooey Tip. So
Okay.
wait,
We gotta end the podcast.
look it up. I'm not even kidding. He's a defensive tackle. He's like
Hey,
he's a
you
beast.
got
though.
it, bro. I ain't looking it
Gooey
up.
Tip.
Look up
I-
Gooey Tip.
I ain't getting a virus on my computer.
All right, on that end of Gooey Tip and Clint Diddler, this has been the Fourth Round Podcast. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. We will be going to podcasts every other week with the NFL season now over. Obviously, we've got the draft here in about a little over 2 months, and obviously we'll talk a lot about that. But we are going to every other week just because the NFL season's over, not too much to talk about. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Peace.